So, you're on here, or what?
Yeah.
They're starting? Start now. It's too much of a rush now, isn't it? Right, should we give our team first?
No.
I'll give the Warrington team. I'll wait till I see them coming and we'll start then. But start straight away, then I don't have to rush it to kick off. Have you noticed that lately here? The last few years we've been rushing at the kick-off, not mentioning it referee out. As soon as I see Drummond coming up them steps, I'll start.
Right now, we're there, keep it like.
I just wish him the best and all that.
Yeah.
After a couple of game wins. Alright then, am I on?
Yeah.
Well, good day and welcome and an happy new year to everyone, and especially Warrington Rugby League Football Club, who's had a cracking couple of games, and let's hope they carry on today where they left off on New Year's Day. Anyway, read the teams for today's encounter: Warrington versus Ulkinston Rovers in the Stones League, and another important game for both teams. 2 points would really do Warrington well and drag us a bit more out of the relegation mire. So the teams for today: Warrington, number 1 David Lyon, number 2 Des Drummond, number 3 Chris Rudd, number 4 Alan Bateman, number 5 Mark Foster, number 6 Chris O'Sullivan, number 7 Kevin Ellis, number 8 Gary Chambers, number 9 Dwayne Mann, number 10 Roland Phillips, number 11 Gary Mercer, number 12 Mark Thomas, and number 13 Paul Cullen. Subs for Warrington today: 14 Rocky Turner and 15 Basil Richards. I'd like to wish Gary Chambers an happy birthday today as well. I'd seen him earlier and didn't realise, so happy birthday Gary Chambers. OKR team: number 1 Mike Fletcher, number 2 Bright Sodgy, number 3 John Lydiard, number 4 Graham Alice, number 5, a shock for the team, no Anthony Sullivan, and Steve Addy comes in, number 6 David Watson, number 7 Wayne Parker, number 8 Brian Niebling, number 9 another name, Chris Rudd. So we've got 2 Chris Rudds on the field today. It's a commentator's nightmare, that. And I'd like to say, while mentioning the hooker of OKR, I'm glad to see him back after a very serious injury he had last year when he was supposed to be retiring from the game. Number 10 Zook Emma, number 11 James Goulding, number 12 Andy Thompson, and number 13 Paul Lyman. Substitutes for the Rovers: 14 Paul Fletcher, 15 Wayne Jackson. Referee for today's game, come a long way today, Mr Gilmore from Workington, and his touch judges: red flag Mr Miller, yellow flag Mr Owens. And it looks like Warrington won the toss. They're going to be playing towards the railway end, and Chris O'Sullivan will be kicking off. So let's hope we're in for another good game today before next Saturday's final against Bradford. So O'Sullivan, well taken by big Brian Niebling, the big Aussie. So Rovers now, first possession for him. Rudd gets it out to number 12 Andy Thompson. Good tackling forward this. So Rovers now just 10 yards from the halfway line. Rudd gives it inside to Watson, gives a long pass to, gets his winger away. Good play, and it's good play by Rovers. And it looks Desi Drummond saved a certain try on Steve Addy. I think if that had been Tony Sullivan, it'd have been under sticks. So Rovers now, Parker gives it to Watson back inside, but luckily for Warrington, Graham Alice couldn't hold it. Well, what a start from Rovers. Good run from number 5 Steve Addy. He had a clear line, but who was there again? Desi Drummond save a certain try. So Warrington now, first time in possession. Mark Thomas runs into 2 big Rovers forwards. On the Warrington 25, Dwayne Mann acting half-back. Gary Chambers first touch. Birthday boy, but he's well tackled. Chrissy Rudd, number 9, and number 12, Andy Thompson in with a tackle. Here's the kick from David Lyon. No, Kevin Ellis will have the kick. Gives him more time. Good long kick. And it gets above Sodgy, and a good kick by Kevin Ellis. A good 50-yarder. That's what the forwards like to see. I'm sure the KR forwards don't like it, though. They've got a back pedal. So, scrum down just outside the Rovers 25. It'll be Rovers head and ball. Wayne Parker to feed. So, after a bright opening by Rovers, I can't believe a great run that by the young winger. And Rovers out. Watson, the danger man, feeds Fletcher, the full-back, linking up well, but O'Sullivan's there with a tackle. So, Rovers on their own 25 now. Watson, the playmaker, gives it to Thompson, big forward here, but there's no way through. Andy Thompson, second row forward for Rovers. So Rovers now coming forward. Here's the big New Zealander, James Goulding, but the Rovers fans not happy with him. They reckon they should have kept hold of Greg Austin. So Chrissy Rudd comes on blindside, hanging out. Good play by Niebling, but Zekem as well met by Mark Thomas and Gary Chambers. Good play by the Warrington forwards. Here's Parker, long kick, gets behind Warrington, but the Warrington covers plenty of time here. Desi Drummond and David Lyon now, trying to get Drummond running. Good play by David Lyon. It's a bit of space, but good tackle by number 8, Niebling. Good play for a prop forward to Cullen. Here's Roland Phillips, his first touch. Had a good game at Wigan on New Year's Day, Roland Phillips, and regular now in this front row of Warrington. Mercer going strong. Gives it to Dwayne Mann. Good play by the Kiwis. Gary Mercer, a revolution in the second row for Warrington. He loves it. Right involved with the game. Thomas, a long one. Good play by Thomas Bateman, but good tackle by Sodji. So Warrington now attacking. Mark Thomas trying to go forward, but good tackling. Zoo Kemerin with a tackle. Big Rovers forward. So Warrington now, last tackle says the referee. O'Sullivan, delightful up and under, everyone on side here. Fletcher going for it, misses it. And it's a dropout. Well, Fletcher under a bit of pressure there from a couple of Warrington players, Gary Mercer included. So Warrington look like they'll get the ball back here. Drop out from between the sticks, good pressure by Warrington. But like I say, Gary Mercer is a revelation in this second row for Warrington. He loves it. He's had 3 cracking games there, and let's hope he continues. And it goes straight in, no. Mark Foster does well to keep it in play. Foster comes forward. Tackle now, 30 yards out. Warrington, what can they do here? O'Sullivan, general in the troops. Here's Mercer. Mercer going forward, but this time no way through. Trying to unload in the tackle, but Lyman's there, along with Niebling. Big Australian prop forward. Here's Gary Chambers, good running, but there again, the big defence. Zukemmer in with a tackle. So, Dwayne Mann. Chris O'Sullivan, here's Ellis, bits of room over here. Good play to Bateman again, but no way through. He had Chrissy Rudd in support. So Warrington now, looking to throw it long. O'Sullivan, no one there. O'Sullivan still gets the pass though inside to his Welsh compatriot, Roland Phillips. Last tackle, says the referee. Watch for Sullivan again here. What's he doing here? Little chip forward, good kick. But Bright Sobji does an offside. Correct decision. Right refereeing. Warrington players were 5 yards in front of O'Sullivan when he kicked that, and the referee spotted it. Correct decision, referee. It's the Rovers. Penalty 5 yards from the line. Warrington open brightly. After Rovers' early thrust, it's been all Warrington in the last few minutes. So, good kick by Rovers. Play now just outside the halfway line. Warrington's got to keep an eye on number 6, this Dave Watson. He's the playmaker in this side. Stop him playing and Rovers don't play. Zukemmer. Last season they were on about international honours for this lad, but he got a bad injury and been out of the game a while. Big Aussie Niebling. Parker. Good one to Watson. This is the man to watch. Alice though's going nowhere. He's shepherded. Good play by Chrissy Rudd. Helped in the tackle by Mark Thomas. He's big forward again, this Goulding. But no way through. Cullen in with a tackle. Helped by young Ellis. So Rovers in the Warrington half. Ruddy. Back to Parker. He'll kick. Gets it behind the Warrington defence. This one looks. He'll have to play it. It stops. David Lyon will have to come out with it. Dummies to Drummond. But Dave Watson in with a good tackle. Helped with Lyman, the loose forward. So Warrington now 10 yards from their own line. Ellis cleverly coming on the blind side. Come back in half back. So it's Warrington now coming out of their own. Desi Drummond, if I know him, he'll go on his own here. No, Gary Mercer, but Golding's in with a tackle along with Niebling. So Warrington making yardage very slow. Offside, the referee, good decision. Brightly played by Gary Mercer, no marker there. Played the ball to himself, but the old KR forward who interfered was well offside and the referee spotted it. So Warrington get their first penalty. So David Lyon now, to relieve a bit of pressure, playing the old KR half. Kicks it just below our Gentry here, right on the halfway line. So Warrington now, having a possession in this 10 minutes. Gary Chambers, again, strong running, but there's Zukemmer and Thompson in the tackle. Here's Gary Mercer. Good tackling again by number 10, Zukem, around the legs. Help with big Brian Nieblin. O'Sullivan. Ellis now looking to switch it long to Chrissy Rudd, but good cover tackling. Brilliant tackling by John Lydiard, number 3 for Rovers. And Chrissy Rudd stays down from that tackle. Referee stops the clock. Let's hope it's not too serious for Chris. He's coming into his own in the last few games. Scored all the points against Widnes in the 2 games over the Christmas period. So, and gives me chance while there's a break in play to tell you about this Hull KR team. They beat Hull on New Year's Day in a big derby at Craven Park. Very good win for them. But in Boxing Day they had a bit of a letdown when they was held 16 apiece with the Eagles after leading 16-0 at one stage in that game. So it looks like Chrissy Rudd's going to be substituted, and a bad blow for Warrington. Desi Drummond going over, concerned. The stretcher, well, that is bad news. We don't like to see this for anyone, but young Chrissy Rudd just coming into his own in this team. Well, that's a sad sight we don't like seeing. Was harmless looking tackle. It was good tackle actually by John Lydiard. And Desi Drummond showing you there how concerned, even helping on the stretcher for young Rudd. Well, like I say, I hope it's not too serious, but it doesn't look too good at the moment. So Warrington will have to reshuffle. Rocky Turner will come on, I think. Rocky will go in the centre. Oh, and a rapturous applause for Chrissy Rudd. And I'd like to say and wish, I hope it's not too serious, Chris. So, what a bad start for Warrington. We fought this 91 season, and Cullen gives it to Ellis. But Ellis is well tackled by Fletcher. So Warrington now. Game restarts. Gary Chambers is Chrissy Rudd's Cumbrian compatriot. He's tackled. So Warrington now. Sullivan misses out Mercer. And Thomas can't take it. Good play by Parker. Goes forward Parker, but the tackling's there. So Warrington now. Chrissy O'Sullivan. Here's Zukemer. He gets involved, this lad. Good 80-minute player for Rovers, Zukemer. Dummy. Inside to Thompson. This lad more known for his defensive qualities than attacking. But he's well tackled this time by Roland Phillips. Watson's missed out this time. Inside to number 13, Lyman. Ex-Featherstone Rovers. So, Rudd. Here's Parker again. Parker gets his kick again, but again it's a poor kick. But it looks like Warrington will have to play it. David Lyon, he's got Alice coming up. Sensibly gives it to Drummond. But Drummond holds on when he had... And it's almost a try by Alice. He's pinched the ball from Drummond. What a bad mistake by the Warrington captain. So, it's Rovers now. Nieblin will go on his own, slows it up. So Rovers now, 10 yards from the line. They'd like to come away with something here. Here's Watson, playmaker. Lydiard, but he makes a knock on. Luckily for Warrington. So Warrington will get the head and ball 10 yards from the line. Well, what a bad mistake by Desi Drummond a second ago. He picked up the pass from Lyon. Lyon come on the overlap. Drummond decided keep hold. Somehow lost the ball in the tackle. And Graham Ellis come away with it. Meanwhile, Ellis has just come away with it for Warrington from a scrum. So Warrington now back in their own 25. Dwayne Mann running, not often first receiver. Dwayne Mann usually in acting half-back, but on this occasion running in on the ball. Good running by Dwayne Mann. Ellis, Sullivan to Bateman. Bateman playing well, strong, just what needs a bit of fresh air, and this lad's gone. Sullivan using the blind side. Roland Phillips, big lad. Burl's in there, but he's well tackled. Brian Nieblin in with a tackle. Having a good game for Rovers, this big number 8. David Lyon, plenty of time, gets his kick off. Steve Addy now, plenty of time, picks it up. He's got Fletcher with him, but I think he'll go on his own, and he stumbles, and Mark Thomas continues the tackle. So Rovers now, this is where Warrington want to play the game. Fletcher sensibly coming away with it on his own from acting half-back, giving his forwards that breather they need. So Rovers now, just outside their own 25, looking to get forward here. Addy goes on his own again from acting half-back. Sensible play, I suppose, when the Rovers pack are all bunched up here. So, goes out wide. Lyman, no way through for Lyman though. He's tackled. Another playmaker in this team, Lyman, ex-Featherstone Rovers, loose forward. Here's Watson. Watson sensibly a good kick. Gets behind Drummond and finds touch. Just outside the Warrington 25. What a good kick from this Kiwi Watson. He'll be having an interesting duel though today with our own Aussie O'Sullivan. So it'll be an Antibodian duel, as they say, from down under. I must congratulate Chris O'Sullivan too with this little goatee he's been growing. Referee not happy with the scrum. Wants Kevin Ellis to put it in again. Reckons the front rows are not getting down. This time they do. Ellis, Drummond going forward, but there's Lyman in with a tackle helped by Watson. So O'Sullivan, Turner's got Ellis has got Bateman coming in. Good running by Bateman, but again, and he's still on low. Rocky Turner's first touch. Shows Rovers the ball and still goes forward. Good tackle by Alice. And James Goulding to Warrington, just shy of the halfway line. Ellis sells a dummy, runs into number 10, Zukema. So Warrington now finding it hard to find gaps in this Rovers team. Man, O'Sullivan, Cullen, bad pass. Drummond has to go back and get it, but comes forward. Good running, can't unload it though. Still in play, Cullen has to dive on it. Good play by Cullen. Mercer still going. Chrissy Rudd though, good tackle by the hooker. Chrissy Rudd, the Rovers, Chrissy Rudd that is. Here's the kick, is it? O'Sullivan, Ellis has got Bateman again, misses him out, gives it to Mark Foster, but Bright Soldier, almost an interception. And it's gone into, into touch. So it'll be a Rovers head and ball. Bit of a scrappy bit of play over there. Bright Soldier, a good tackle on Foster. Foster released the ball, but the Warrington player run back into trouble and went in touch. So Rovers head and ball, 10 yards inside the Warrington half of the field. So Rovers, Watson now got Fletcher with him, but goes on his own. Good tackle by O'Sullivan. This is that duel I'm on about, the Aussie and the Kiwi. Here's Lyman, strong running by Lyman, but good tackling by Cullen and O'Sullivan again. Lydiard, here's Parker, the scrum half. Big lad for the scrum half, stocky. He's tackled 20 yards from the Warrington line now. Rovers looking for a first score here. Here's Chrissy Rudd. Look, here's Big Goulding, having a quiet season with Rovers. Fans not happy with him. Oh, let's see today what he does. Rudd switches it back to Watson. Watson's coming out inside to Alice. Alice running forward, but Warrington read it well. So last tackle, says the referee. So watch for the Parker up and under here. Number 7, Parker. Parker's got it. Little chip through. Clever play by Parker. And Warrington let it go. No. Referees disallowed it. It looked a score to me, to be honest. But the referees give a 25 tap. He reckoned the ball went over the line. Well, Warrington escaped there, I'll tell you. Bit of a delay there with David Lyon. Letting the ball run down, and Parker followed his kick up and almost scored. Remember, we got one against Lee earlier in the season with Lyon. And good running by Phillips. Roland Phillips. But slows it back to Mann. Dwayne Mann. Ellis in outside. Foster can't hold it. And it goes into touch. But good play by Roland Phillips. He spoiled it though by stopping. When it'd have been better just running, he beat the full-back. But, like I say, he's a new face from Rugby Union, and he just stopped. So, another chance goes a-begging, and Rovers will get the head and ball midway between the 25 and halfway. Watson, Fletcher, misses out Fletcher. Oh, and does extremely well there, Lydiard, to take that pass. Here's Alice now. He's got Addy with him, but can't unload as O'Sullivan's in and Cullen. Steve Addy now. Gives it to Zukema. He'll work all day, this big prop forward. So, James Goulding, but good tackling by Mark Thomas. Brings the big Kiwi down. Coming on the blind side, Parker again a good kick, but David Lyon this time positions himself well and does well to take that. Parker now, good tackle though, gets rid of it to Ellis. Ellis looking for a gap. Warrington now, Drummond, David Lyon, got to go in. Good play by Warrington, good backing up. David Lyon gets the first points of the afternoon. Desi Drummond timed his pass, and David Lyon had a free run under the sticks. Well, earlier in the season, moves like that for Warrington had gone a-begging, but today the backing up was there and the pass was there, and David Lyon finishes it off. So I make it 18 minutes gone. It's Warrington 4, Ulkinston Rovers 0. So, good play by Kevin Ellis initially, started that move. Seen a bit of a gap, he went through it, he fed Desi Drummond, and Desi Drummond timed the pass to perfection, and Turner puts the conversion over. So, Warrington 6, Hull KR 0, 19 minutes gone. Like I say, earlier in the season, Warrington had made a mess of that, but the confidence is coming back, and this time the points count. So, 6-0 as Hull KR come back to get the game started. This time it's Watson, the standoff. So, long one. Chris O'Sullivan stops it sensibly with his feet, picks it up, gives it to Cullen. Play we used well at New Year's Day at Wigan. And this time Cullen's tackle though. So Warrington again now. You can see, you can hear the crowd buzz. This team's got more confidence now. The confidence is flowing. Look at this lad, Mercer, playing like, and here's Desi again. But this time the young winger Addy stops him. So Warrington now 6-0 up, and the confidence flowing. Roland Phillips now enjoying his rugby. Ploughs into two big Hull KR forwards on this occasion. Dwayne Mann, David Lyon, all the time in the world, gets his kick off. Bright Sodgy's going over there, so is the fullback Fletcher. Fletcher gets it. He's got Sodgy with him, but it goes through, and Sullivan's there, and Cullen. That's what you like. Warrington, the difference now. Warrington follow the kicks up. This is where he'll play this game. Here's Sodgy, but no way through. Gary Chambers round the legs. Rovers now looking for a score to get back in this game. Here's the big Goulding. No way through though. Warrington's tackling the strength this season. Brian Johnson's old saying, defence wins games, has proved correct. Zukemmer pushes off Rocky Turner, but who's there? Big Roland Phillips with a tackle. Chrissy Rudd. Here's Parker again with a kick again. A long kick, and this what time it looks like it might roll into dead. No, David Lyon's got to play it. David Lyon sensibly comes forward, manages to stay on this side of the line though. The referee quite sensibly saying he was tackled a yard from the line, and so Warrington will get a tap. Well, thanks a lot, Hull KR. They just made us 25 yards. What a silly mistake by the Hull KR player. Oh, unlucky Mark Foster. Got away then and slid. So, Mark Thomas, he's got Bateman, but he takes the tackle. I must say, the Rovers fans have not brought many up. They usually bring a load up. Dwayne Mann, Gary Chambers. But there's Zukemmer. Crowd not happy with someone on the far side, but it looks a good tackle to me. Sullivan. Ellis again. Just can't get through the gap. And who's there? That's Zukemmer. Having a cracking game for a big prop forward, Zukemmer. Mercer's got Drummond in space, still going. Look at this. Man, chance here. But good play by the fullback. Good play. Good sensibly played though by Dwayne Mann. He scored a try at Wigan on New Year's Day with that little chip, and where he took Bottiker on and beat him for pace. Hull KR now bunching. I don't think Brian Nieblin will thank Watson for that pass. Zukemmer, he'll go all day, this big man, like a machine. So KR now finding it hard to get through this defence. Mrs. Goulding gives it to Lyman, but again no way through. Warrington tackling, holding up. After the first few minutes where the tackling was bad, Warrington seemed to have got the game together now and seemed to be tackling them out of sight, this Rovers team. Here's Parker again with a kick. This time again he plays it into Warrington, and it looks like Lyon will have to play it again. Gives it to Mark Foster. Mark Foster now comes forward, but good tackling. Sodgy and Parker the kicker. So Warrington 10 yards from their own line. Lyon will go on his own here. Sensible play by the fullback. Nothing fancy, and the referee's noticed a knock on. So bad mistake in the on 25, so Hull KR will get head and ball. But I noticed with this Parker, instead of kicking for touch, he's just kicking long balls into the Warrington in goal area, and they seem to be causing us all kinds of problems. Watson, he's in. Well, Lyon just dragged him back. How he didn't go in there, I don't know. Parker, he's got Alice. Alice now looking. Thought there's Desi Drummond and Warrington get the ball. No. Drummond stopped another try. It looked like Caddy was in, but Drummond was there. Here's Lidard, centre, but no way through. Al Watson didn't score there. It looked like he was in, but David Lyon did his last-ditch stuff again. Nieblin is in. Goulding. Goulding goes in. So, good try by Rovers. Number 11, played by Brian Nieblin. The Antipodean affair. Big Nieblin inside to Goulding, and Goulding went in unopposed. So, looks like it's going to be 6 apiece. But that all started with a bad knock on in the Warrington 25. But, be fair, Rovers were unlucky not to score a minute earlier when young Watson, when he was diving over to put the ball down, Lyon just pulled him back. So, we've got a game on our hands again now. 25 minutes gone. It's Warrington 6, Ulkinston Rovers 4, with a conversion kicked over by Parker. So, Chris O'Sullivan comes back. David Lyon receiving attention from a knock he got earlier. So, 6 apiece, 26 minutes gone. All to play for again. But like all games in the first division nowadays, they're all close. No easy games. As Lydiard comes forward with it, but Warrington in with a tackle. So, Warrington could do with getting some possession now while they're in this position. Sodji going on his own, but good tackling. Alan Bateman downstairs. So is Rovers again. Lyman the loose forward, no way through though, he's tackled. Long one. Is the try scorer Goulding, but Goulding's got no way through this time as Collins in with a tackle, along with O'Sullivan. Here's Watson out now, looking to get his centre, but he can't pass it. The centre stood in front of him. Last tackle, shouts the referee. This referee having a good game up to now, letting the play go from end to end, not getting too involved. Parker again with this kick, you see, just kicking it and like letting it rest in the Warrington in zone area. Seems to be working so far as Lyon tries to go round Lydiard, and there's Sodji in with a tackle. So again, the kick worked for Warrington as Dwayne Mann comes forward. Nieblin and Thompson in with the tackles. So Warrington now inside their own 25 again. Foster, no way through though, the tackling holds up. So Gary Mercer, Thompson in though. On the Warrington 25, another sub warming up for Warrington, so it don't look too good sub-wise. Last tackle, says the referee, as Gary Chambers is brought down. O'Sullivan looking to kick, but it looks like the winger's got this one covered, and he does well, but he makes a mess of it. Backwards. So Addy, after making a bit of a mess with that, retrieves the ball and comes forward. So Warrington now on the defence. Fletcher, but again the tackling holds up. Rovers forward, slow to come back here. Ruddy inside to Lydiard. Lyman, but no way through. Must say the weather, sun's coming out here at Witherspoon this afternoon after atrocious weather conditions during the night. It looks a nice bright day out there. Parker again. Notice again, look, straight down the middle of the field again. He's holding that ball up just before the Warrington line. Desi does well. This time he gets away. Desi now. He goes forward, but good tackling. Good play, Lyon. Lyon going forward. Good play by Warrington, especially from Drummond and Lyon. This combination working wonders for Warrington. Ellis gives it to big Roland Phillips, but he's dragged down. Still going. So Warrington now. I must say, Warrington looked dangerous when Drummond and Lyon are combining. Ellis, long one. Sullivan's got Turner, misses Turner out. Cullen gets Mercer. Bateman going for the corner. Good play by Warrington. Gary Mercer. That's good football. Again, the move's working out now. That's what brings tries, football. And Alan Bateman, he could have gone in himself. And it looks like he took a knock Alan Bateman there. That's why he gave Mercer a try. Looks like an ankle injury. Kevin Ellis bringing the physio on for him. But I thought Alan Bateman could have gone in himself there. But sensibly give it to Mercer, and Mercer did the rest. He's enjoying his rugby, Gary Mercer, and there's nothing he likes better than going over that try line for 4 points. So, Warrington increased the lead now to 10-6. Half an hour gone. What a good game this is today. Alan Bateman, thankfully, all right. And that was good football. All started by Desi Drummond and David Lyon in their own 25. Turner misses this one, though. So, Warrington 10, Rovers 6. 30 minutes gone. Fans in again. Gives it to Cullen. This is the move that works well for Warrington. Cullen won't do out silly. He's got fun. Again here. Bright subject. Lovely run, Mercer. Still going. Good tackle, though. Good play by Rovers. Good play by Warrington. Gary Mercer. Ellis. So Warrington, they're really looking bright with this ball in their hand now. Their attacking's improved 100%. And it's coming along the line again. This time Cullen holds on too long when it'd have been better giving it Bateman. But maybe he knows Bateman's carrying an injury and that's why he held on. Gary Chambers. But Goulding in there, Niebling in. Sensibly holds the ball, Gary Chambers. So Warrington now back in the Rovers half. Sullivan, Ellis. The gaps are over there. Warrington know it. But Turner puts a kick in and it goes into touch just on the Rovers 25. But that looks like the danger point for Warrington over on that far side. Warrington exploiting it, the gaps are there. It seems like Rovers are a bit shorter men over there and Warrington are exploiting it. So it's a scrum down, Rovers head and ball, but you watch now when this Parker kicks this ball. I mean, he's not going for touch, he's just giving long raking kicks which seem to be holding up just in the Warrington line. On the Warrington goal area, and it's putting Warrington under pressure. So Warrington's going to have to sort something out with that. So it's Rovers with a ball from the scrum. Here's Dave Watson. Watson sensibly gives it inside to Thompson, but he gets tackled. Number 12 for Rovers, well tackled by Phillips. Here's Niebling, having a good game, Niebling. In fact, trying to feed it to Emma, but Emma just runs in front of him and he can't unload. We nearly lost our programme notes then. So, it's Rovers now. Here's Parker again. Look again, just straight down the field. And again, just holding up in the Warrington near goal area. But I think Warrington's got this sus now. David Lyon. Desi Drummond come inside. David Lyon come down the wing. But Warrington's got the ball, and that's the main thing. Dwayne Mann seems to be coming on first receiver instead of acting half-back a lot today. Gary Chambers sensibly coming forward, nothing fancy, he knows. Nothing fancy with the first through tackles, just drive that ball in, and then on the 5th and 6th, let the ball do the work. And here it is, Sullivan cleverly. Good little chip, Sullivan. Oh, and he gets it. Cullen still going. Foster's going over. Good play by Warrington. Brilliant play. What good play started by O'Sullivan. Little chip kick, picked up his chip kick, give it to Cullen. Cullen drawn the cover, and there was Mark Foster to go over exactly where Gary Mercer went, unopposed. Good football, but give the credit to Chrissy O'Sullivan. What a little chip. He chipped it to perfection, just short of the full-back. He dove on the loose ball, still got the tackle out to cut the ball out to Cullen, and Cullen did the rest. Foster walked in. So, Warrington 14, Ulkinston Rovers 6. Nearly lost it. See it. So, Rocky Turner with a goal now, 10 yards in from touch. Good one. No mistake. So, Warrington go into a 16. And here's Basil Richards coming on now. David Lyon leaving the field and he's having a good game. But he says he's all right, leave me on. No wonder he won't stay on. He's having a cracking attacking game, Dave Lyon. So, I make it 5 minutes to half-time and Warrington go into a 16-6 lead. 3 beautiful work tries for Warrington. I think Brian Johnson will be happy today. I know I am, and I know the rest of the supporters are. So, Watson, long one down the field. Ellis lets it go, but does well to take it. Here's Drummond. He'd love to score today, Desi. Oh, he's just grabbed by his jock strap. He nearly pulled Desi's credentials out of place then. I think Desi won't like that. I don't think the wife would like that. Well played by Desi, just grabbed by his jock strap, and his credentials must have got a bit of a twang. So, Warrington now back in possession. They're enjoying this game now, are they? Knock on by Dwayne Mann. Referee spotted it. He's having a good game, this referee. He's letting the game flow. He's not pulling them up for any silly things. He's letting the players get on with it. And he's not missed out. So scrum down, just inside the Warrington half. Rovers head and ball. But I'll tell you what, Warrington are playing good stuff today. Parker goes round Cullen. But good play by Mercer. He's out of that pack quick, and he covered that tackle when Parker was through. Zukemmer. Rovers would like to score now. They know there's only 5 minutes to half time, but Warrington won't let them. They know the crack too. Here's Nieblin. Sells a dummy, but Mercer's in with a tackle. He's not falling for none of that shenanigan. So Warrington now on the defence. Rovers 25 yards out. Here's Chrissy Rudd. Dummies. Gives it again to Goulding. Goulding almost through again. Roland Phillips just managed to hold on. So Warrington's got to watch that play with his Goulding on first receiving. Parker gives it to Alice. Alice spots a bit of a gap, but Paul Cullen soon shuts it down. Last tackle, says the referee. So watch for... It'll be Watson this time, I think, with a kick. Watson looking to kick. A sensible kick. Offside. It'd have been better letting that go. Well, I think it'd have been better letting that go. Mark Foster was in the clear. But I'm not going to knock the referee. Like I said earlier, he's having a good game, and that's his first mistake today. So everyone's entitled to make a mistake. I know I make enough. All right. I'm enjoying this. So David Lyon puts the ball out in the card park behind the main stand. Gary Chambers comes forward. Offside again, Rovers. So Warrington will get another penalty. David Lyon will make another 30 yards. So, OK, Arnold Apphead is shouting amongst themselves, but that's no good. If you're offside, lads. I wonder how Desi's credentials are feeling after that tackle by Nieblin. So, Gary Chambers. So, Desi looks all right. His crown jewels still in place. Going blindside, good play, good switch, but unlucky we couldn't hold it. And it's a knock-on. Rovers head and ball. Well, I must say, the way this Warrington teams play, you wouldn't think we were in relegation trouble. That ball's like an hot potato. And the ground conditions, after all the weather we've had, I must say, is in good nick. Rovers, Parker, Watson. Watson's got Fletcher with him, but again goes on his own. Good play by Watson, but Warrington brought Fletcher down. It looked like a knee in the face for Fletcher there. But he's up. No messing about. Watson goes blindside. Thompson, but no way through for Thompson as Dwayne, just so Sullivan brings him down. Here's Goulding. Goulding, the try scorer, but no way through on this occasion for big Jimmy Goulding. Warrington's tackling, holding out. Just that one lapse minute when Goulding went under the sticks. Nieblin, a flat wide one. Watson. Foster. Still going. Foster. Throws off one tackle, but good right. Bright Sobji was in with a tackle. White Foster getting plenty of room over on that far side. Warrington now attacking again. Turner, Ellis, O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan's got Mercer. O'Sullivan! Good play! Bateman! Desi Drummond! Still going! Warrington are going to go in! Ellis! Yes! Ellis is in! Kevin Ellis after Desi Drummond opened the way up. So, Kevin Ellis goes in for another try. This is good football. This is what fans have paid to see, and Warrington are turning it on. I mean, we've had 4 tries now, and everyone's been a beauty. The fans are all happy. What a 1991 so far for Warrington. Apart from one dark cloud on the horizon, and that's Chrissy Rudd being stretchered off. Surely we'd be happy with this. Brian Johnson, he must be having hamburgers and mints in the stand today. He knows he likes his hamburgers, Brian. So, Rocky Turner, chance for his third goal. No mistake, straight between the sticks. So, I make it right on half-time. It's Warrington 22, Ulkinston Rovers 6. Are we going to get another score like last season when Warrington won out winners 62 points to 20? Somehow I don't think so. But I'll tell you what, the way this team's playing today, Bradford Northern had better be on the guard next Saturday. So it's Dave Watson. He's sick and tired of this centre circle. He's seen more of that than he's seen his wife this Christmas. Long one. Ellis lets it sensibly go to Paul Cullen. Paul Cullen does the sensible thing. Brings the ball up. Good play by Cullen. Gets outside the Warrington 25. Play on, says the referee. Bit of a knock on. So Warrington will get head and ball. And James Goulding not happy with that, having a word to say with his young winger. No good moaning, Niebling lad. So Warrington, no, he's give Rovers the head and ball. Well, Parker gets it out. Watson's got Fletcher with him. Fletcher's got Alice. Alice, he makes it good running by Fletcher though. But poor tackling there, and he's lost it. Play on. Here's Lyman. Loose forward, but there's that big strength in Warrington there. Paul Cullen, he's enjoying his game of rugby lately. Like to congratulate Paul while I'm on about him for his 200th game on New Year's Day at Wigan. Congratulations, Paul Cullen. Parker long one. Watson's got Alice, he's got Thompson. Gives it to Alice, but Desi Drummond. Forward pass. Desi Drummond, that's good wing play. That's what you call experience. He knew he had the players inside him to cut Alice down, and he just kept his eye on the winger. And panic button on Alice, he pressed the button, and it was a forward pass. So Warrington head and ball. Injury time in the first half. Wouldn't the crowd like to see a special from Desi? Desi's still going, complete with family jewels. Warrington again, Dwayne Mann. Roland Phillips, he's enjoying this game now. He's making 10 yards every time he's got possession. Wouldn't we do another try now? Do as well. 2 minutes of injury time. 6 again. Ellis, no one backing him up. Referee sensible there again. Good play by the ref. Seen an old KR player touched it and waved the tackles on again. So Warrington, 35 yards out. Let's see another try, lads, before half-time. There's Cullen out to Drummond. What's he doing? Up and under. Drop goal by Desi Drummond. Wouldn't that have been something? He'll have to have a word with Joe Lydon if he wants to drop him from there. But Fletcher's tackled. So, 2 minutes in injury time. Warrington 22. Rovers 6. Playing the Rovers 25 as Bright Sodji tries to come away with it. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but it's an orchid name. Sodji, Bodjde, I don't know. S-O-B-J-E. Chrissy Rudd, the Rovers' Chrissy Rudd, that is. And he's down hurt, this Sobjde. So, there's Big Niebling, having a good game in the front row, but he's tackled. Rose, Emma to Parko. Here's Watson. Watson throws it to Alice, looks and forward then, but the referee didn't see it. But Watson had a bit of room there. Big kick again, just straight that. There's David Lyon. No wonder he didn't want to go off. I ain't going anywhere, he said, as he runs into the centre lineman. Good tackle by Lydiot. So Warrington, Ellis, sensibly goes on his own. Mercer sells a dummy. Good inside. Good play by Warrington. They're letting that ball do the work. Here's O'Sullivan now. He's got Drummond in the centre. Don't need him. Good play by O'Sullivan. Matt, now we've got room out there. Bateman, there's Foster, but Foster comes inside. And what a bright end to the half. What good football. No one can complain today. So, as the half-time, with 4 minutes into injury time, half-time score at Witherspoon, Warrington 22, Hull KR 6, and listen to them fans, they love it. Warrington's coming good. What a good 1991 it looks into. 2, innit?
Yeah, Fletcher's on some 4 Fletcher's on to something.
Yeah, Parker's still out.
Yeah.
welcome back to the second half. Warrington 22-6 in front as Fletcher gets the game underway. So Rovers brought a sub on. They brought Paul Fletcher out instead of Bright Sobsdy on the wing. And so Fletcher's gone in the centre and Alice has gone on the wing. That's the only change from half-time. As Paul Cullen brings it forward, he runs into Watson and Lyman. So it's Warrington now through. Gary Chambers getting involved, enjoying his rugby, Gary Chambers. There's big Roland Phillips, but runs into Goulding and Lyman. So, what can Warrington do here? Dwayne Mann, no one out on this side. David Lyon throws it across Kevin Ellis. He's got a bit of room and he gets a good kick off. So, Fletcher. There's two Fletchers now, no related like. There's Mike Fletcher who's got the ball in his hand and he's brought down, and they've brought the sub on, Paul Fletcher, who's gone in the centre, and Alice has gone on the wing instead of Bright Sobsdy. That's the only change. Big Zook Emma, he's still out there, still working. I mean, it's not like Ulkinston Rovers are playing badly. It's just that Warrington's confidence, you can feel it. It's like electric in the air. They're just turning everything on and there's not much Rovers can do about it. So, there's Parker. The kicker again, he gets off a long kick, but again, David Lyon this time, he knows what this lad's doing, and he's got a bit of space this time, but he has to play it. Nearly makes a mess of it though, and he comes forward, he beats the substitute, Paul Fletcher, but there's big number 8 in with a tackle. That's good play for a prop forward up there. That's Brian Neeblin, an Aussie. Here's Ellis again, look at him. He's electric over 30 yards, this lad. He's what we've been needing. Here's big Mark Thomas. His dad's here today, Malk. Had a bit of an argument with someone. His dad was the last centre to play with Brian Bevan in '61. As Gary Chambers, the big Cumbrian, comes forward. Another injured player over there, Rovers player. So, Ellis has got Cullen. Rocky Turner's got Bateman, but he holds on. Unloads it now, here's Ellis. Looking for a gap, Ellis. Good play. Referee got in a bit of the way there, but... So, last tackle, says the referee. Here's Thomas looking to switch it. And Drummond dives on it, but it'd be a turnover. It was the last tackle. So, Rovers get away with that one. But Kevin Ellis there. I think Mr. McGilmore got in a bit of his way. Offside. That's Warrington's first penalty for offside today. So, Rovers now. Fletcher coming forward to kick this. Mike Fletcher, that is. So, I'm glad to say James Goulding, who was receiving attention earlier, looks like he's all right. It's a shoulder by the looks of things. So, Fletcher finds touch. Good kick by... No, good kick. Good kick by Fletcher. So Rovers now, first 30 yards out, looking for an early score that'll get them back in this game. But Warrington know the crack. Here's Zook Emma. He's not let anyone down. He always plays well, this lad, Zook Emma. And he does a lot for school rugby up in Humberside. Here's Lyon. Ex-Rovers loose forward, but he's going nowhere. So, Roger Millwood, I think he'd have had a few things to say to his halfbacks. This time, here's one of them, Watson, but he runs into his opposite number, O'Sullivan, the Antipodean clash. So, Rovers now on the Warrington 25, Chris Rudd. Zook Emma looking to unload, and he does to Chrissy Rudd, out to Lydon. Letty at the loose forward, and he loses it. Kevin Ellis comes up with it. Well, I think it'd have been better passing that ball, the loose forward there. But he passed it in the end, right into Kevin Ellis's belly button. So, Warrington now. Dwayne Mann dumped. He won't mind that, Dwayne Mann. Enjoys his rugby, Dwayne Mann. Ellis goes blindside. Gary Mercer runs strong. Good 10-yard gain by Gary Mercer. Tackled by the substitute, Paul Fletcher. Misses out Thomas. Gary Chambers again. There the tackle though. Neeblin having a good game, this number 8. Having a real good game. Big number 8. And Gary Chambers took a knock now. O'Sullivan, but switching it back the other side. Bit a misunderstanding there. So last tackle. Gary Chambers still looking a bit weary. There's Ellis. Good play this from Lyon to Ellis. It gives him a bit more room. Fletcher's there though, but the Warrington players are up. There's Chrissy O'Sullivan. Addy now. What's he going to do? Right into Gary Mercer. And Mark Thomas. That's good to see when your forwards follow a kick up. That gives confidence. And again, tackling. This time it's Paul Fletcher who's brought down. So, well held by Neeblin, and he still gets his pass out to Rudd. Feeds Abdi. Abdi's got Fletcher outside him, but don't use him. And I know he's down again, Neeblin. Well, it's a bad sight, this, if Neeblin has to go off, because for me, he's the only player in this Rovers front line. And it's a bad injury by the looks of things. The referee rightly stops for Ulkayar. Looks bad injury to Brian Neeblin. Sad sight, because he's had a good game, this big Australian prop forward. He's been carrying most of this KR pack, him and Zukema, but it don't look good. So, looks like Rovers will be using the second substitute. Another young lad, Wayne Jackson. I don't know much about him, but number 15. He'll be replacing Brian Neeblin, and it's a sad sight. I hope the Warrington fans give him a good hand. He's a big tough lad. He won't want to go off unless it's a must. Well, there's no need to start shouting. He's staying on, I told you. It is a shoulder. He's had a few problems with that in this game, but he's a tough as teak, and he stays on the park. So, Rovers now. Parker, here's Fletcher, gets it through to Thompson, but there's O'Sullivan. This Warrington tackling, holding strong. So, Rovers. Here's Neeblin, sensibly kicks it, picks it up. Warrington chance get it? No. Referee. Warrington player knocked it on. Rovers got no advantage, so quite rightly a scrum down. Rovers head and ball. He's a tough lad, this Neeblin. He's still there in that front row, lad. He's holding his shoulder, but he's there. Give him credit. Parker. Watson's got Fletcher, gives it to Fletcher, but look at that for a tackle by Alan Bateman, helped by Rocky Turner. That's what you call good tackling, and Kevin Ellis. Here's Goulding. Goulding, for my money, should do a bit more work. I think they made a mistake when they got him and let this Austin go to Halifax. Here's Zukema. Good running by Emma, but good play by Chambers. He stayed with him. Here's Neeblin. Neeblin gets rid of it, and a good play, does well to hold that, and he gets it out. So, there's the young lad Addy. He's tackled 5 yards inside the Warrington half. The game's gone a bit off in the last few minutes, but that's because Wyre's not had possession. Parker, Mark Foster's got it covered, takes it. Foster's going to go on his own. He don't want anyone with him, but good tackling. John Liddy at him with a tackle, along with the substitute. Here's Bateman, looking to get involved, almost breaks through. Chrissy Rudd just grabs him by the ankles. That's Rovers' Chrissy Rudd, that is. Gary Chambers missed out. Gary Mercer, look at this by running. Look at this, that Cullen. But just can't get his pass out. This Gary Mercer is a revelation. Here's Roland Phillips. Roland Phillips taking the ball up now. That's what we've got to see him doing. That's what Brian Johnson wants him to do. Rovers now, they're going to take Neeblin off sensibly. No good staying on with a shoulder injury. Ellis, he's got Bateman. Little kick forward. Foster's coming in here. What's Foster? But good play by Fletcher. He went down, unknown to the danger. He went down at Foster's feet and got possession. Good tackling by Bateman and Ellis. Look at that, the Welsh boys. Every one of them. The three Welsh connection. Ellis, Bateman and Phillips all in with that tackle. Look at it, they just dragging these big KR forwards down like rag dolls. So, there's Thompson. Too light for my money in this Rovers pack, this number 12. I know his defensive qualities are good, but nowadays you need to put a bit of weight onto playing that position. Here's the kick. Here's Parker. Gets it off though. Charge down. He'll have to go again. No, he's give it 6 again. That should have been... No, I think that was wrong, but the referee knows what he's doing. I hope he does. Now Rovers got 6 more tackles. So, Rovers having a lot of ball in this early start of the second half. Here's Goulding. Rovers, Millwood will want him to do more work. Bit of a lazy player, what I see in him. If he took a copy out of Neeblin's book, he'd be all right. Is Thompson. But again, he's just too light to break tackles, this number 12. So, Parker gets the kick away again. This time he gets it behind David Lyon, and this one looks a pearler. David Lyon has to let it roll into touch. That's a good kick by Wayne Parker. But I don't think David Lyon touched it, so Warrington will get the head and ball at least. Well, that's what you call a kick. That's what forwards don't like. He's pushed Warrington back about 70 yards, and they don't like that backpedaling. So that's an excellent kick, but luckily for us, we get the head and ball. Ellis gets it out. Drummond's with him. Ellis can't go round Parker, though. Sticks with him. Good play by the old KR scrum half. Drummond is Gary Chambers. He's working hard, Gary Chambers. He worked into the ground at New Year's Day. Cullen to Turner, but Turner holds on instead of letting it go again. And Alice is in with a tackle. Mr. Robinson, please note, Graham Alice, number 4. As Roland Phillips, but again, that's what I'm on about the qualities. That's the thing with number 12 on Thompson. He's a good tackler, but he's too light for breaking through tackles. Here's Ellis. Ellis got Mercer, but good tackling. And a knock-on. That was a good tackle by Goulding on his New Zealand compatriot Mercer, and Mercer lost the ball. So, Rovers head and ball. So, Brian Nieblings quite sensibly goes off, and young Wayne Jacklin comes on. So, go blindside. Fletcher, but no way through for Fletcher. He's wrestled to the ground. So, Rovers now. His first touch for Wayne Jackson, wearing the old scrum cap, but no way through. So, I make it about 8 minutes. Here's Jackson again, getting involved. Only just come on the field. So, the Rovers, few fans who are here. Parker dummies, he's got Watson, gives it to, and Warrington clean it up through David Lyon. David Lyon now. Roland Phillips, but Roland Phillips comes back, gives it to Lyon. Lyon sees a bit of a gap, and he had Cullen on his shoulder. Cullen's backing up well today. Penalty to Warrington, interfering at a play the ball, says the referee, and we're having none of that. So Warrington get a penalty. Roland Phillips receives some attention. I think Basil Richards might get out of the kit now and get on. I don't think Roland Phillips will want go off, but David Lyon, good kick, puts it into the old KR half. So Warrington now, as the cold comes in here at Witherspool and the darkness comes down on us. So Warrington now, 10 yards inside the KR half. Gives it to Mark Thomas, but Zukemmer's in with a tackle, along with Wayne Jackson, who's just come on the park. Ellis now, he's got Turner. Turner's got Bateman. Unloads it, give it to Bateman, Turner. But Turner again won't pass. And Turner gets tackled. So Bateman acting half-back, he's got Ellis waiting. O'Sullivan now, what's he going to do? Switching it to Thomas, watch for the long pass. Back, good play by Warrington. Mercer, but he's well tackled over there. Addy and Fletcher bring him down. Warrington looking for another score. Is Phillips. Still going, Phillips. What the crowd would enjoy him going over the line. Last tackle, says Mr. Gilmore. Here's Sullivan. Watch for the little kick here. This looks a good one. Offside. He's give Warrington offside. Well, 6 of one and half a dozen the other, but the penalty goes Rovers' way. So, still 22-6. As Rocky Turner receives attention now. I think he should have given the ball to Bateman there. So, Wayne Parker kicking it, going for goal style. Getting popular in the league, this. Finds touch, just outside the 25. So Warrington now, one number shy as Turner's still on the ground, but he's Goulding, but no way through. Phillips, give Phillips his due. He does his tackling. He's just got to learn to do a bit more with the ball in his hands. And he could be on a winner. A long one. Zukemmer, but Zukemmer's took man and ball. He can't get rid of it. So Warrington still, Ulker finding it hard. Breakdown Warrington. Parker, Watson's got no one with him. He has to go on his own, but there's the tackle by Phillips. Good play by Roland Phillips. Now Parker again, long kick again, gets behind Drummond and Lyon. Lyon picks it now. we've got Drummond and Lyon now here. This has been the danger for Hull KR, but he overruns Desi Drummond this time. Desi will go on his own here. No, Bateman, good tackling, good tackling. So Basil Richards now getting ready, come on the field as Rocky Turner's helped off. Gary Chambers still going forward, good play by Chambers. So Basil Richards will replace Rocky Turner. Chris O'Sullivan sees a gap, goes one way, gives it to Bateman, but Bateman comes back. Still going, but Lydiat finishes it. Good tackle by Lydiat, no wrong with that. Here's Mark Thomas. Mark Thomas straightens up. Duke Emmer in with a tackle along with Wayne Jackson. So Warrington last tackle. Ellis gets a good kick. This time it looks Warrington's onside. And it'll be Warrington head and ball. So good chasing by Mark Foster. The referee said he was onside. So Basil Richards, the crowd giving him a good roar. He's had a lot of injuries, but he made his comeback at Wigan on New Year's Day, and he'll tell you he's well liked by this crowd. Looks like he's going in the pack. I think Paul Cullen maybe go out into centre. No, Gary Mercer's going into centre. He won't like that, Gary. So it's Warrington head and ball, 20 yards out. A score here will surely kill off Hull KR. Foster sells a dummy, goes forward, but Fletcher's there with a tackle, along with Lydiat. So Warrington looking for another score. There looks a gap over here, but they're going the other way. Roland Phillips, no way through. Good tackling by Rovers. 10 yards now. Warrington looking for the first score in this second half. Gary Chambers, he straightens up, unloads it, does well. But give that young lad Addy his due. He went bravely down there at the feet of Basil Richards. So it's Rovers again. Zukemmer, but no way through this Warrington defence. Rovers finding it hard, looking a bit weary now, Hull KR. And the sting seems to have gone out of Warrington's game a little as Wayne Jackson tries to come forward. So it's still 22-6. Rovers well out of this game as far as I'm concerned. As Golding, good run by Golding. But Give Ellis just managed to knock him off balance and Cullen finished him off. But Goulding, good run. Parker. Watson now, what's he going to do? Holds on and there's his number, opposite number O'Sullivan. He's not had much joy with Chrissy O'Sullivan, this Watson today. Now, Parker gets his kick. Foster stops it, he has to take it sensibly. Alan Bateman, good play by Bateman. If that had been Martin Afire, he'd have picked that up. So, Foster now, just inside the Hull KR half. Ellis, Basil Richards, his first touch. He liked this game today. Big Yorkshire lad against the Yorkshire team. So, Warrington now, Dwayne Mann, Chrissy O'Sullivan, Gary Chambers, but good tackling, Goulding. Going again on that side. Phillips trying to straighten up, but Wayne Jackson does the tackling. Getting cold now. Cold air coming in as the night dawn comes down on us here at Witherspool. Ellis, O'Sullivan, now there's a gap. Gives it to Bateman. Bateman straightening up. Got to go now, Bateman. Drummond's gone in. Drummond finishes off. Good run though by Alan Bateman. Unfortunate Bateman didn't score himself, but he put Desi Drummond in, and the crowd like that. There's not a popular player more than Desi when he goes over the line. So, Warrington increased the lead. First score of the second half. I make it, we've had 16 minutes of the second half. Yeah, popular scorer Desi, but Alan Bateman was the one. He was put through a gap lovely by Chris O'Sullivan. And it was unfortunate he didn't score himself, but luckily for him he got the ball to Desi, and Desi did the rest. That's only Desi's second try in the league this year. He got one against Castleford in the first game, and he's had a blank sheet since, so he'll be glad to get back on the score sheet. So, 17 minutes of the second half. Drummond opens Warrington's account in the second half, so Gary Mercer took over the kicking role. Only kicked 1 goal this season for Warrington. Rocky Turner off the field injured. That's why Gary's taking the responsibility. He relishes in this. I think he'll put this one straight between the sticks, Gary Mercer. That's how confident he is nowadays. What did I tell you? Unlucky. Hit the far upright. So, it's Warrington 26. Ulkinston Rovers 6. With 17 minutes of the second half gone. Well, this Rovers team look a beaten lot now. Wearily coming back to the halfway line. I think Warrington's strength here today has been at half-back. I mean, that's where Rovers have been strong with his Parker and Watson, but they've had no joy out of Kevin Ellis and Chris O'Sullivan today, and they've run the show, and the scoreboard shows it. 26-6 to Warrington. Here's Ellis. He'll give it to Basil Richards. Basil Richards now, look at this. Ooh, bit high there, Goulding, but referee said it was all right. So Warrington now, outside the 25. Mark Thomas had a bit of a quiet game, Mark Thomas. Threw out a few long passes, but quiet game by his standards. Gary Chambers, he's had a good game in the front row. Good to know Tony Burke was going to play in the A-team on Friday, but it was called off. So let's hope Tony gets back to the first team soon. Basil Richards, but passes it to a KR player, and so Warrington lose possession. So, Rovers now, just outside their own half here. Here's the loose forward. No way through for Lyman, though. So, Rovers now a beaten side. The forwards look bunching. Here's Thompson. Good run by Thompson. He's got Watson with him. But Warrington's covers there. 2 Welshmen, Ellis and Bateman in with a tackle. Watson, Parker, misses out Goulding, gives it to Lydia, the loose forward, but Lyman's tackled, no way through. So, Watson now gone. Rudd. There's Parker. Parker, first receiver, goes on his own, but there's Basil Richards holding man and ball, so he can't get it out. Last tackle, 15 yards from the Warrington line. Watch for Parker here. Watson looking to go, long pass to the substitute Fletcher, but there's no way through, so it'll be a turnover. Warrington's ball. So good cover there by Warrington. They weren't going to let this substitute Fletcher go anywhere, as O'Sullivan does the right thing. There's Gary Mercer, look, running strong, this Mercer. He's had 3 cracking games in second row, and for my money that's his best position. I'm sure Brian Johnson agrees. Gary Chambers, but this time the forwards are there. That's what you call an hospital pass. So, man, Roland Phillips, again the tackle there. Wayne Jackson, the substitute, in with a tackle. So, Dwayne Mann acting half-back. Here's David Lyon. Another Warrington player receiving attention now, but Fletcher's pays for this one. He comes forward, he's got Bateman in front of him, but no way through. Bateman tackles, assisted by Chambers. So Paul Cullen, all right, after receiving attention, takes his place in the Warrington line now. Parker, Watson's going out, gives a nice pass inside. Good play by Watson, still gets it out, Addy. But there's Desi Drummond. No one gets much change out of Desi Drummond, and I'm sure this young lad, Steve Addy's not going to get any change out of him. Parker, Watson a long one. Knock on, Warrington dive on it. Gary Chambers bravely dives down at the feet of Lyman. So Warrington back in possession. Roland Phillips trying to straighten up. He's just grabbed by his boots, but gets the pass out. Now there's a bit of gap over here. Good tackling on O'Sullivan. So Watson, Ellis shoving him off. Ellis goes blindside, back receives it, goes inside pass though to Thomas. Just grabbed from behind. Good play by Warrington. Set move on there, but it didn't work. Right, now Warrington again. Gary Chambers can't straighten up though. There's 3 players in front of him, and gets it out. Ellis picks it up brilliantly, and he goes forward, still going. Good play by Kevin Ellis. He won't be far away when the man of the match is named, I'll tell you that now. O'Sullivan. Thomas now needs the perfect pass to Drummond, but Drummond knocks it on. So, unfortunate for Warrington, Drummond can hold it, so it'll be an head and ball to Rovers. Well, I'll tell you, the most improved player I've seen in this is Kevin Ellis. You would never know he'd only started rugby league this season. He enjoys his game. And I'll tell you what, he can't be far behind Malcolm Riley's team with Gregory retiring. And I'm not saying that because he's at Warrington. He plays well every week. One against the head. Drummond now coming away with it. Oh, but a bad pass. Knock on. Referee brightly lets it go. Good play by the referee. Sees that Rovers took advantage. Don't want to waste time with a scrum. And quite rightly lets it play. So, good play by the ref. So, Graham Alice gives it to Steve Jackson, but he's tackled. O'Sullivan there to help with Cullen. There's Zukema slowing up a bit now as Cullen wrestles him to the ground. Rovers forwards now, they don't want to know. They know this game's well out of the way, and let's just give in till we meet Oldham next week. You can see it, they just don't want to know now. They've given. Parker gets his kick off again behind David Lyon. This time it looks another cracker, and you can't do much about them. That's Wayne Parker's strength. He's kicking, and he's proving it in this second half. That's twice now he's drove Warrington back 60 and 70 yards. But these Rovers forwards, they look a depleted lot as they go to take the place in the pack. Warrington head and ball. So, midway through the second half now, it's Warrington 26, Ulkinston Rovers 6. And I think Warrington now got the minds on the game at Bradford next week as Drummond tries to go down Watson. Punch thrown there. Referee didn't see it, the fans over there did. Here's Basil Richards. Richards goes round one but not round the other. So, I think what the fans would like now to warm them up would be a nice 80-yarder. Gary Chambers, again the tackling strong. I think Dwayne Mann. Running in again though, Phillips. Unloads it to Bateman. Bateman to Mann. Mann out to Sullivan. Bad pass. Ellis does well to dive on it. Backwards correctly, says the referee. Ellis did well dive on that loose ball. Mark Thomas now. Mark Thomas looking to get through, but he can't get his pass out to Cullen. Last tackle, says the referee. So watch for David Lyon's big boot here. This time again, he gets it between the fullback and the winger, but the ball slows down in the conditions and Fletcher picks it up. He's got Bateman in front of him. No way is he going round Alan Bateman. Alice still going. Peter Robinson, please note. Alice, number 4. Jackson, Basil Richards in with a tackle though, but good strong running from knock on. Referee again spotted it. He's having an excellent game, the referee, for my money. He's made a couple of clangers like we all do, but he's having a good game. He's better than some of the referees I've seen this season. So 15 minutes to go here as the gloom comes in. As Ellis now feeds it on the halfway line, he gets it out. Only one gone against the head, one scrum all afternoon. O'Sullivan, Lyon linking up. Lyon's got a bit of space, looking for Desi Drummond, but it runs into young Steve Addy. Addy stays with him, good tackling by the young winger. Oh, Dwayne Mann, and he loses it. So the game getting a bit scrappy now, but Warrington well in command. As Watson looking for some space, gets it out. Alice still going, but he's brought down. Good play by Watson then, he did well to get that ball out. He was shattered by Chrissy O'Sullivan. Parker inside. No way through though. Warrington's tackling still holding up. Dummy by Chrissy Rudd, but he has to take the tackle. No one there with him. Going on his own from acting half back, the young hooker Ruddy. And Zukema still gets it out though. Parker got a bit of space. Parker, the referee in the way again. Well taken by Alice. Good play by Ulkayar. Good play by Parker and Alice. Alice did well, and it's a penalty to Warrington. He never played the ball correctly. Referee spotted it, so Warrington get a penalty. But I must say, Parker and Alice did very well to take that bad pass, and he did extremely well. But he spoilt it all by not playing the ball correctly, so Warrington's got a penalty, David Lyon. Game's gone off the boil a bit now, as you can expect, with Warrington well in command. Not a bad crowd here today. Oh, Basil Richards, first receiver, runs into Nieblin and in Zukema. So, I think Rovers, Roger Millwood, they'll have to get themselves together and get ready for Oldham next week at Craven Park, because they're not going to get out of this game. Thomas now to Cullen to Bateman. Bateman, good play. Here's Mercer. Mercer stopped, but he's just grabbed. Unlucky there, Warrington. Another, when it looked like we were going to get another cracking try. Man goes blindside. Roland Phillips, though he takes the tackle. He's got to learn to get rid of this ball in the tackle, Roland Phillips. O'Sullivan, Mark Thomas is going through. He had Ellis with him. Last tackle, so watch for the kick here from Ellis. No, switching it. There's a little kick through, Danny Drummond there. But the young lad does well. Well played by this young winger. He's not let anyone down today. He's kept his eye on Desi. I mean, Desi's only on him for one, but this was over on here on this side, and Desi's in. Good tackling by Warrington. Rovers now just 10 yards from the line, finding it very hard to come forward. Roger Millwood, a very disappointed man, sat over there. He said it's his last season. And the penalty goes Rovers' way, leaning on against Paul Cullen. So Rovers get a penalty, it'll give them a bit of assistance out of their own 25. Gary Mercer, man of the match, quite risen and well deserved. Zucchema had a good game, Mercer. He loves this second row, and that seems to be the position. Goulding, he's a New Zealander, but he's had a quiet game. They've both got the same number on the back, but there's been a difference, about 100% difference between Mercer and Goulding. Misses out Rudd. Watson now getting involved in the game now, Watson, but left it too late. Trying to unload it there, Lyman, but Warrington player between him and the man. Parker, little chip, and it's a good one. Well picked up by Parker. And he looks, well, but a tackle by O'Sullivan. It looked like Rudd was off. So, here's Watson. Watson's trying to go forward. And Warrington bring him down. Can he unload it? Unloads it. Out to Zucchema, but the Warrington defence is there. I make that the last tackle, and the referee does too, so we're both counting correctly. Look for the kick from Parker again here. Little chip. Runs into Cullen. Unlucky Cullen. And turnover. I don't understand these charge downs. We had one similar earlier, and he waved it off. Now that one, he's just let it go. Well, let's hope this isn't too serious. Looks like, is it Kevin Ellis down ground? No. It's David Lyon again. He's been in the wars today. Looks a bit concussed to me. He's been in the wars, but he won't go off. But I think he might go off now. But Warrington's got no one bring off. I mean, we've had Chrissy Rudd stretchered off, and we've had Rocky Turner helped off, so none of them couldn't walk, so we've no one to come on. But I'm sure Brian Johnson won't mind playing the last 5 minutes with 12 men. He looks a bit groggy, Dave Lyon, and I think they're going to take him off. It'd be sensible if they take him off. He's had a few knocks today. Take him off and wrap him in cotton wool for next Saturday. No, he won't go off, so it'll carry on with Warrington in possession, just on their own 25. So Dwayne Mann, Petal Richards looking for a bit of room. Good running by Richards, makes a good yardage. So could Warrington score another try just before we go home? It would please the fans. Mark Foster come inside, he must be cold on the wing. Gary Chambers shoves him off, gets a good ball out. Dwayne Mann unloads it, Matt Thomas. Good play by Warrington. Dwayne Mann did well there to get rid of the ball in the tackle. Ellis has now got Bateman, times it to perfection. But good tackle over there. Bateman's really running well now off Ellis's passes. They're taking Dave Lyon off, sensible. Thomas, Mercer feeds it back and dives on it. John Lydiard dives on. So Warrington down to 12 men as David Lyon sensibly goes off the field. Lyman, no way through though. Fans giving him a good applause. And Lydiard has to go down to retrieve that. Mark Foster in quickly. So, Ellis now covering at full-back sensibly while David Lyon's been led from the field. Long pass by Parker, well taken by Fletcher. He's got Watson with him. Unloads it to Watson. Desi Drummond's there though. The crowd like Desi. Not much gets past Desi Drummond. Rudd inside to Wayne Jackson. Good running, good pass. Ellis now there. He's give the try. Well, sloppy play. Rovers go in. It looked like Gary Mercer had held him on his back, but the referee said it was a try. That's with having no full-back back there. So, Hull KR get the second try of the afternoon. And loose forward, I think. Paul Lyman who went in. Bit late in the day for Rovers to do out, but all these points count. So Parker with a conversion, no problem. So I make it about 2 minutes to go now. Rovers get this consolation try. Loose forward, Lyman going in. But Brian Johnson will be a bit upset about that. Thought it should have been stopped. So I make it a minute to time now here. So O'Sullivan restarting now. So Watson running, get it. He's been involved in this game in the last 15 minutes. If he'd have been playing like this all match, who knows? But I feel for the Hull KR fans. I know what it's like when we went up Hull. It's a long journey back home, especially when you lose. And that looks like that's what they'll be doing tonight. 26-12. Injury time now in the second half. And Zukema, he's been running all day. No one can knock this lad. So I make it time now. Injury time. Time added on for the few injuries we've had. Parker's Watson again. Watson, good running inside to centre again, but there's the tackle by Kevin Ellis and Basil Richards. Good play by Warrington there. Good play by KR. Here's Parker. Little chip. Kevin Ellis is there though, and that's offside for me, but the referee let it go. Fletcher was in front of Parker on that kick. Paul Cullen, Roland Phillips sensibly just comes forward with it. As Goulding's back on his feet after taking an heavy knock earlier. Mark Foster now looking for work. He must be froze. Oh, Drummond, this is going to go to Drummond's side. Basil Richards, no, Gary Chambers. Runs into Parker though, and Thompson and Watson. And Dummies, good play by Man. He noticed that Chrissy Rudd was in between him and the ball and he held on. It's a kick-off, O'Sullivan. Allison Fletcher there. Mike Fletcher, that is, picks it up. He's got Cullen in front of him and Bateman, and he's not going anywhere, only going on the ground. Good play by Warrington. So, Hull KR now 10 yards from their own line. Warrington fans would like to see Warrington get a bit more ball. I think Hull KR's had maybe 2-1 of possession in this second half. Warrington not had much possession. And Jackson, he's not let anyone down since he come on, and he plays it. A good pass. Foster's going in. Foster goes in. Good play by Alan Bateman. He stole the ball in the tackle and he sent a perfect pass to Mark Foster. And all Mark Foster had to do was zoom down the wing to score. So, injury time try. That's Mark Foster's second. He'll be happy. That's 3 tries in 2 games since his comeback at Wigan. So, Mark Foster goes in for his second. So, I make that in injury time. Maybe my clock's not right, I don't know, but that's it. I think that might be it for the night. Turn the lights out, let's all go home. Again, Gary Mercer's come over. This is a real difficult kick. About 6 inches in from this near touch line. Well out. So 30 points to 12, I think that'll be it. Turn the lights off, draw the curtains, let's all go home. So Watson again comes back. Like I say, he's sick and tired of this centre spot. Warrington well in command. 30 points to 12, that's 2 precious points to help us climb up the league. Watson with a long one. Looks like he's going to find it, but there's Cullen. Cullen now, he'll hold on, he'll come forward, he'll make his usual 5 yards, runs into Watson, shoves him off. So Warrington now, just outside their own 25. Cullen slow up, the old professional. And Basil Richards goes into Thompson now, but can't go forward. So, injury time now here. Good tackling again. Mark Foster almost spotted a gap. He's coming off this wing, he's cold and he wants some action. Maybe he's looking for his hat-trick. Well held by Mark Thomas. He did very well with that ball. His hands must be cold, but he stuck it up his shirt and off he went. Warrington now is O'Sullivan with a long kick. Again, Alice is there and Fletcher. Fletcher sensibly picks it up. He's got Alice with him. He gives a little chip, but Bateman's there and Bateman does well. And he gets it out to Ellis. Good play by the Welshman. These two Welshmen play well together. And Fletcher's still down there after that tackle on Alan Bateman. So Warrington now, they've got a bit of room over on the far side. Basil Richards, has he Drummond? Inside now, Mercer. Mercer looking to straighten up now. Gary Chambers is with him. Gives it, but the referee spotted it quite rightly. Forward pass. So, with that brings to an end this League First Division encounter between Warrington and Hull KR with a final score. Warrington 30, Hull KR 12. Try scorers for Warrington. David Lyon a try. Mark Foster 2 tries. Gary Mercer a try. Kevin Ellis a try. Desi Drummond a try. 3 goals by Rocky Turner. For Hull KR, they got a try in the first half through Jimmy Goulding. And in the second half by Looseford Lyman, both converted by Parker, and that brings a close to the score. Warrington 30, Hull KR 12. As you can hear the Warrington fans, they're happy with it. Played well again today, Warrington. 2 more points going